This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. So it's All-Star Weekend in the NBA, and I'm not impressed. I actually came on because I want to talk about the halfway point for the New York Knicks. And the question I have is, are the New York Knicks viable contenders in the spring? Let's analyze. We'll talk about that All-Star game. Not the All-Star game, the All-Star festivities out in Golden State and Oakland. But folks, I've got Knicks on the brain. And I was at that last game in Atlanta against Atlanta at MSG overtime. And I was watching the game, and I'm like, true story in these games. And I attend with two of my boys. Sometimes our boy Kev comes to the game, but it's usually myself, my boy, B and D. I'm not gonna put their names out there, but we go out there and we have a good time, right? It's great to see our Knicks. And, I bounce early, man. Especially some of the games have been like, I'm like, oh, it's a wrap. And I don't mean like third quarter, but I mean like 5 minutes left. It's a 20-point lead. I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm out of there. And this game was a close one. It was a good one. It was a good game, whatever. But what comes to mind once I was watching that game is, all right, the Knicks should, finish with a win. The Knicks should be comfortably at the third seed and what have you, which they are. But the question I have for the Knicks and the Knicks fan, those of you watching right now, do you really believe that this New York Knicks team can win a championship this year? I'm serious. Do you believe that this Knicks team can win it all this year? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because the Knicks have lost 5 games against the top teams. They as of right now, it looks like the Knicks can't beat them. As of right now, OKC, 2 losses. Cleveland, a loss. Boston, an annihilation. Twice. Folks, if the Knicks are going to win a championship, they're going to have to get through the top teams in the NBA. Cleveland, number 1 in the East. The Celtics right above the Knicks. And then obviously the Thunder are number 1 in the West. The Knicks, though, have handled teams like the Grizzlies, the Nuggets. They beat the Rockets once. So they've handled certain teams, but the head of the class, the top 3 teams right now, it's not a good look for the Knicks. So I started thinking, can they really do it? Yeah, they can. I think they can. And it had me thinking when I was at that Atlanta game, I'm like, you know what? Years ago during the bubble, well, was it really? It wasn't really the bubble. It was the year after or whatever, when they had no fans, when Randall was doing his thing, and then Nate McMillan employed the double team on Randall, and Randall was shook once. He had no idea what to do. And then Tibbs was forced to play Derrick Rose, who looked like our best player in that playoff series and everything like that. And, we had Alfred Payton. Man, those were the days, right? But I started thinking the Knicks dominated Atlanta that year. And then when they got to the playoffs, it was a whole different story. It was a whole different story. Was it a gentleman's sweep? I believe so. They lost in 5. Or was it a sweep? I don't remember. But here's the deal. I believe that everything that we're watching, OKC, all right, cool. Boston, Cleveland, I still think, Cleveland looks good. They definitely look good. And, but I think Boston is the one that has me a little, I don't know. And the thing that has, Boston, they're the champs. Here's what I say with all these teams, whether it's Cleveland, whether it's Boston, and whether it's the Thunder. I think for the most part, these teams are who they are. I mean, maybe you want to say the Thunder are still figuring it out, getting Chet Holmgren back and working him in with iHeart. All right, cool. But to me, the Celtics are who they are, right? Cleveland, can they get any better? Maybe. Yeah, but they, with the trade that they made, possibly, but for Hunter. But I think the Knicks right now, we have no idea how good they can be. Right now, they're the third seed in the East, and I think we're just going to have to wait and see for when OG comes back, when Mitchell Robinson comes back, because I need to see. And quite as kept, I think TJ Warren is also might be a piece coming off the bench. I do. I think once you're able to sign him on March 1st, which I think the Knicks will do, that's why he's still on the team. People are like, oh, maybe they go get Woods from who was just cut by the Lakers. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to go get, I don't think they're going to go get him. I think the Knicks are going to show loyalty to TJ Warren, who's quietly sat there in Westchester. And I don't think they're going to go after the Lakers, former Laker Christian Wood. I don't think so. I can see him possibly. I think he's going to go sign with the 76ers, who just cut OKK from he was on the Knicks Westchester team. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think everybody's got to relax. Mitchell Robinson, from all reports, is looking great. He's lost a ton of weight. He's back to slim Mitchell Robinson. And I said let's rock. I think the Knicks have little things they have to work on, namely when they play the Celtics. And I'm going to be at the last game at MSG in April versus the Celtics. But mainly, they've got to figure out the pick and roll. They have to figure out. Look, Jason Tatum is an offense upon himself. But I think that one thing that Tibbs has to do is move Mikal Bridges, off of Jason Tatum going forward and play a guy who has had some success. I'm not saying you can slow him down. Shut him down, but you can slow him down for sure in an OG Anunoby. And then I think also with the Knicks, once you have Mitchell Robinson, especially if he's going to be he's slim and he's back to his old athletic self from years ago, I think it's going to help guys like Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. So to me, the jury's still out. Clearly to me, the Celtics are still the cream of the crop. You got to give the Thunder, much respect. And Cleveland, quiet as kept, they're still, the top in the East. But don't sleep on the Knicks, y'all. Don't sleep on the Knicks. I think the Knicks are going to be just fine. Just stay healthy. And, Jalen Brunson and Kat are out there in Cali right now. Come back safely, no injuries and everything. Now, I want to talk to you about this All-Star weekend. It's a joke. It's a joke, and it's time for Adam Silver and the NBA to rethink things. And they've tried. They've changed the format. They've changed it going into tomorrow. We'll see what it looks like. But you know what's telling in watching this All-Star, the festivities? Don't care for the skills contest. I watched the three-point shootout because our boy Jalen Brunson was in it, and I wanted to also see it was Dame going to three-peat. Was he going for a three-peat or his third time? I know that. And then you've got a slam dunk contest that's been failing forever. Forever. Because the stars won't do it. You've got a G Leaguer to be, he three-peated, and congratulations to him. But come on, man. Come on, man. Congratulations to Mac McClung, but come on. Now, I did like that you didn't have guys like Dr. J and old heads like that judging the game, right? You had guys who are closer to this generation in T-Mac, in KG, and you know, and company. I like that. And then I like that they had Vince Carter, Kenny Smith. It was cool. They were trying so hard to carry that slam dunk contest. I was just shaking my head. And I think watching Dr. J yawn, I know it was, you know, it wasn't intentional, but that said it all to me. And I think the NBA has a problem. How you fix it? Maybe you bring back the slam dunk contest every few years. But I'm gonna call these two guys out, who should be. The reason why, by the way, the NBA numbers to me are dragging and failing right now is because the old guys are carrying the league. You've got LeBron, 40, Steph Curry, going to be 30. What is he, 37? Kevin Durant, going to be 37. These guys are about to be out of here. So who's the next guy? Who's going to carry the NBA? Anthony Edwards has finally started, you know, playing like, you know, like we thought he would be playing this year instead of all the threes. I mean, I thought he was going to step up, but there were guys like Ja Morant who got himself in trouble, and Zion Williamson. See, the problem with the NBA right now is there's no one who you can hand the keys to and carry the league. These guys get their money and just don't care. And I think that's what's happening, by the way, with the All-Star game and the slam dunk contest and everything. Unfortunately, these guys are worried about, and rightly so, about their brand and about their careers. So they're not going to go out there and risk it all for the league. Okay? That's the same thing that you're seeing with other All-Star games. The NFL took the pads off the players, and it's a two-hand touch flag football situation. And I get it. Commissioner Silver met with the guys, and they need to compete. But come on, man. They need to compete. You got guys like the Knicks have two guys, Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns starting. And I'm sitting there like, look, listen, play them like 1 minute and sit them. Because the Knicks have bigger fish to fry. These guys make millions of dollars and they want to win a championship, not show out for for All-Star weekend. So I don't know, maybe the NBA decides to, going forward, acknowledge the guys who deserve to be All-Stars and call it a day. Let everybody have a little break, a bye week. Let everybody have a week off. These guys don't even play, they want rest days anyway. So let them do that. But until then, stop forcing this All-Star festivities. The slam dunk contest was a complete joke. A G Leaguer won it. I still didn't watch this new format, but you're changing the format of the All-Star game again. So what say you, NBA fan? Am I wrong? What would you like to change? How do we fix this All-Star weekend? Now it's that time. Commissioner Adam Silver understands the anger behind the Luka Doncic trade, and he says time will tell. We shall see. Folks, I'm on all social media platforms at SamIAnalyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.